Really?
I don't even know how to thank you. 1 second later and that thing... I don't even want to think about it. Here, take this. It's a rare herb, and I hope it's compensation enough for your efforts. At least partially. If you need anything else, just come talk to me. Now that that beast is gone, I might as well take a look at the area.
Ugh. Really? That for a strange billy goat thing. Some form of strange combination of, I don't know, rhino and buffalo. Okay. Health down and mana. I still need more health, don't I? Whisperweed. Huh. Oh well, it does look pretty cute and... well, it's not like I can really say anything about what's right to care about and what's not, because, well, that differs per person and everything. Ooh, life absorption. Scribbled letter. Be greeted, Samuel. Don't be concerned, you surely haven't been appointed to the very first watch. The watch has lost its meaning to protect the transport of gems from the abandoned mine in the valley, so one remaining guard will suffice. Anyway, I can understand that it's boring and lonely to keep watch at the most remote spot of Enderal. However, I'm sure that they will send someone to support you in a few weeks. Meanwhile, just hang on. Jay. No, I'll take that. So... oh. About whisper trees. Presumably only few travelers or nature lovers won't have noticed the whispers of the wind in the area of Enderal's southern coast. That's where we are, isn't it? If one pauses for a moment and listens to the chimes of wind, one will catch the feeling of not being alone in the scenery. Superstitious people believe in a legend that the whispering sound, which sounds so different from the gloomy breath of the whisper wood and has its roots in its own tale, of the voice of a path-abiding young woman who gave her life at the Sun Coast for the cure of her fellow man. Grandfather, we are bored. Can't you tell us one of your stories again? Asked the two little children, and they came excitedly into the house. The grandfather, who sat in front of the lit fireplace, turned around and gave them a smile. Gladly. Which story do you want to hear today? He asked, and pointed beside him. Sit down beside me. The story about the whispering in the trees at the Sun Coast, said one of the children, while they settled with their grandfather. You were talking about the voice of Laril, aren't you? He paused for a short moment to gather his thoughts, and then continued. This is a tale which is already a few centuries old, and which my grandfather told me, like I tell it to you now. Today we live here at the coast unburdened and secure, but it wasn't always like that. He furrowed his brow. Once a fatal and unknown sickness ruled here. At first it only befell the animals, and caused them to slowly perish, as if the emerging famine wasn't already bad enough. Suddenly, also the people in the region fell sick. Apothecary came from surrounding villages to help the people, but even they weren't able to fight off the sickness. A young woman named Laril spoke up, one of the few who wasn't stricken with sickness yet. Let me pray to my fuss. I was path abiding my whole life. Maybe I will be able to bring our Lord to a merciful mood, so that he may help us. Nobody wants to forbid it, as many had already lost all hope, and so Laril climbed up a hill, in order to pray there alone in a clearing to Mathas. Day and night she kneeled there and prayed without cease. She even refused to eat and drink, but there was no sign from Mathas, and every day more people died. However, the woman stayed true to her faith and continued to pray. After then day breaks and night falls, she eventually died of her thirst. 10. That is quite a feat, really. Pretty sure that after 3 days most people would die from lack of water. Then Mathas had mercy and spoke to the last survivors. You are to be judged, since you started to forget your path and became pathless. But the sacrifice and faith of the young Lariel made me show you grace. Let her body lie there, and come back tomorrow, to this clearing where she prayed to me. There you shall find a small tree and a herb growing on this tree. Give this herb to your sick, they shall be healthy again. For that you never again forget your path and my mercy. How merciful, you only killed most of them. The next day the people returned to the clearing and really found a young tree in the same place where Lariel had kneeled for praying, but no trace of her body. There they realized that Lariel became the tree. As they got closer to harvest the herbs Mathas spoke about, they heard a hushed whisper that seems to come from the tree and was similar to Lariel's voice. The apothecary were able to turn the herbs and other ingredients, which had no effect before, into a potion to successfully heal the sick. Therefore they called the tree Lariel and the herb which grew in it Whisperweed. And this is already the end of my tale. And now, often to bed you go. It's quite late, said Grandfather, and he noticed the sun setting behind the horizon. I can tell you another story tomorrow, he added as he looked into the children's sad faces. Hooray! Both shouted at the top of their lungs, and this is all I could read out of an old and tattered book. I found it later. It seems that it used to be a collection of old legends and tales. If this is the fact, then the validity of this theory is to be doubted. However, fact is, there really was a plague at the Sun Coast several hundreds of years ago, which caused many people to die. It is also fact that this plague vanished as suddenly as it appeared. What remains is the question, what happened to the tree? The soft, wind-like whispering can be heard today, when one waits long enough and listens. Everywhere between the trees and the Sun Coast, it can be linked to one single tree, and a clearing with the original tree itself, where the young Lariel sacrificed her life, can't be found anymore. Even if there were times where the harvest of the Whisperweed filled wagon loads, today it is very hard to find, just as fleeting and vagrant as the sound of the whispering itself, moving between the trees. It seems that the mysterious herb grows and decays in our times so fast that only selected apothecary and traders are able to harvest it. And the secret to the time and place of the harvest they are keeping under lock and key. Even the adapted aren't able to recreate the healing effect from which was once the gift of Mathas to the suffering people. No matter what ingredients they use. So you, dear reader, if you are truly interested into the secrets of the herb, you have to search for the Whisperweed yourself, even if you, like so many before you, will most likely only be able to get what you want from large amounts of coins from the knowledge of insiders. Oh, I do want to take this. Yeah, like with many of those kind of stories, there probably was an element of truth behind it, but people love to make stories prettier than they really were. Life of Torgon Whispertongue, Volume 3. Wonder if I missed Volume 1 and 2. Oh good god. It is also a very long one. We'll read it another time. I did hear spider. Oh good god. That didn't go as planned. Now, stop poisoning me, you blasted spiders. I'm doing a lot more damage with arrows, don't I? Oh, that does remind me, I have some perks to spend. Or, well, memories. Oh, that's not healthy now, is it? Stop of Mage Light. Ow. That's a very loud noise. Okay. More stuff. I can't pick up that book. More about Whisper Trees, but well, they're worth quite a bit. And then so far for going up in the Plague Tower. Okay, but let's quickly go into meditation. Some of the rarest and strongest weapons have to be crafted according to a blueprint. Fair enough. So, let's get slightly better with the bow. Strong bowstring. Memories of the Trickster combine the effective use of a bow with lockpicking. Tier 1, bows do 12% more damage. Tier 2, bows do another 10% more damage. Sounds pretty useful. Okay. All locks are 20% easier to pick, and your armor rating increases by 5% while you have a bow equipped. Oh. I do wonder if I can go for a kind of quick bow, more fast on your feet bow user, because I always prefer that to, well, solo bow, to slow longbow. Grant you a handful of fire arrows which explode upon impact and do fire damage. Wait, these give me... If I take this perk, I get a couple arrows. That doesn't sound like a good idea. And more if you have stamina. Oh, I don't like that kind of system. Now adept locks can be picked. Lockpicking becomes easier. Yeah, I don't like that kind of system where you are locked in what you can do by, well, what level you have in it. I mean, make me suck at it, please do, but, well, give me the option. Ranger, that's one I really want. You are able to move faster with a drawn bow. Rapid shot, you can draw and bow 30% faster. Automatically gives you a copy of a pick blocks key. So I want to get to these two pretty fast. Expert locksmith. Adept locks are easier to pick. You can pick, expert locks, meh. Fatal shot. Increase your critical hit chance with bows. 10%, another 15%, and Also, and they do 25% more damage. Sounds pretty good, but meh. Master of the Bowstring. Zooming in with a bow now costs half as much stamina than before, and slow down time by 25%. All arrows do 1 point more damage. That doesn't sound like a lot now, does it? Eye of the Storm. Stop time for your enemies and your surrounding for a short period of time. No. That sounds really powerful, doesn't it? Reduces the chance of being detected while lockpicking by 60%, and that sounds again very useless. And Master Thief. Oh, and your arrows often stagger out opponents. That sounds useful. So yeah, this is pretty much a tree I did want to get through. What are the other things? So generate health, mana, and stamina more effective from now on. Poison Cook. Self-brew poisons are 40% more effective. Wooden Walker, if you are wearing solely light armor, your stamina regeneration increases by 30%. Cleansed tongue, consuming ingredients refills more. That sounds really useless. Shadow tongue oil, throw a bottle that creates a glimmering oil puddle upon impact, which lets enemies slip and slows them. That doesn't sound too great. So, alchemy and light armor, bow and lockpicks, and then this is your Verthortics. So yeah, this is sneak and lockpicking, but I don't know how much I'll do with that. And the idea of also going into magic, because yeah, Sinistrope, Psionics and Entropy, which basically is just illusion and conjuration, which sounds really useful. Well, I really like that idea of I really like the idea of a spellbow that fires an arrow, kills a person, then raises him from the dead. Also sends a fiend into a frenzy, and well, kind of like that. The problem with it is that it really, well, the game just kind of doesn't allow it, so yeah. Let's just go with this. Never look, this was. Next one will probably be. Well, I kinda do want to work upwards to these. So then the question is, Eagle Eye or Concentration? I think Concentration is a bit better. But yeah. Let's go back to the real world. Memories of the Elementalis allow you to summon flame walls, freeze enemies, and unleash thunderbolts. Sounds really cool, but well, can't imagine it being all that, well, very cool to use. Press and hold the left mouse button for a short time to fire an arrow with full power. Yeah, you can draw the arrow back all the way. Thank you, hints. What was in here? Not a whole lot. Great. Hey, you were selling stuff, right?
Oh,
hello.
Hello.
Yeah. You had some of your stock with you, didn't you? Let's trade.
What? Oh, yes, sure.
Great. You have any large axe, and for the rest you have nothing really worth my time. Good God, I have 86 pennies. Joy. Not really anything too useful. So this can be useful, can't it? Because I do want to level up my stuff, but yeah, it's very expensive. 86. Elementarism, meh. Entropy. Maybe get some spells for it first and see if I can make any use of it. Heavy armor, light armor, oh, also very useful. Light magic, not all that wrong to it. Yeah, maybe getting some okay sneak skill would be good even if I don't put any perks into it. Psionics. What was that psionic skill again? And I can sell that one. No, I do want these two. Yeah, I do want to keep that. Oh. I have two hammers. This one is heavier and has less value. Let's sell that one. Yeah, I have no idea why I'm not selling them, but well, because I think I might need them at some point. I don't use a lot of mana at the moment, so you can have that. I do use stamina. And well, I have boots, and I also have a shield. It's slightly less good, but also a lot, weighs a lot less, and well, yeah. You can have my dress. Yep. A well of light that brightens the targeted place for 60 seconds. Yeah, just mace light. Pickaxe, need that. Old sword, you can have that. A knife. I do always feel like it's useful to have a knife with you. You can have that one. It's heavier and worth more. An iron axe. Not a big fan of axes. And the brittle longbow. Great, I have 142 pennies. Well, I'll get one of these books.
Walk blessed and stay safe.
Thanks. Increase archery by 1 to 16. Hooray. Have a look. Yeah, which ones were the psionics? I could have one for that, and control the mind of the enemy. The higher your psionic skill, the less psionic spells cost. Yeah, I do need to get some more spells, don't I? Because well, I do want to try if they work. I might be able to sell that one as well. Yeah, how are you holding up?
Good, thanks. I think I'll stay here for another day or two. The traveler was right. This place really is a gold mine.
Alrighty. Found I loaded it dry, but oh well.
What? Oh, yes, sure.
Let's have a look. Live absorption. Yeah, you can have that. So.
Walk blessed and stay safe.
Thanks. Oh good god, I have so many learning points. I really need to find some bloody books, don't I? Yeah, I'll buy them, but I don't have the money for it. Oh, old vagrant hood, but that's probably her stuff, or, well. I did help her, and all she gave me were some herbs, so. What kind of spell, what kind of things did she give me? Oh, did she give me whisperweed? Pretty nice. Still, I'll take this as payment, maybe. I'll see if I like it, and then I might take it as payment. Yeah, sorry, miss, this is payment for a job well done. Yeah, I'm an evil bastard, but evil bastards also have to get paid. Well, not evil bastards, more a greedy bastard. So far for the Magnificent Hunter. Come back. Nice. Alright, I might not be able to kill a fox with a single arrow, but well, I am able to hit him while he's running away from me. And that's quite a feat, isn't it? What's over here? Yeah, I really should have a follower who reminds me of what killed the cat. Well, then I knew I would die, but I still wouldn't listen to it. Go away! Yeah. I was trying to get a height advantage, but didn't feel like it was a huge advantage. I'm really inconsistent with how I say A, don't I? If I say advantage or advantage. If you're just gonna stand there. Really you should move when you're facing a man with a bow and arrow. Just saying. I bet that is odd, isn't it? Oh. Am I being horribly sidetracked, or am I going semi the right way? No, I'm being horribly sidetracked. Oh well. Oh, at the moment you have a moment to listen to the music. Fun fact about that. So, I really love the type of music that is used in these kinds of games. Just Skyrim and Enderal and Volscar. No, Arcane Fever. Yeah, I can take one of those Ambrosia. Thanks. Yeah, didn't sound healthy. Oh god, there is 3 dogs now. Help, help, help. If I could just kill one, that would be nice. Ow, stop hitting me please. I don't want to take potions. Okay, I have to. Nice hotkey that. Okay. 2 more, really. Could you stay hidden slightly less good? Okay, where are you then? Oh. B. Where's the bloody dog? Okay, well, I look around for that bloody dog. This is the fun fact. Enderal has a huge soundtrack. Okay, Skyrim soundtrack is about an hour with also well, it's about 2 hours, but among that is one Skyrim atmospheres, which is over 40 minutes long. And this is really a song. Good God, that's a lot of bees. Yeah, I'm just going to catch the bees so they shut up. Okay, so Skyrim has about, well, really 1 hour of gameplay, of soundtrack. Try and guess how much time, what the length of Enderal's soundtrack is. Just try and guess. I mean, more normal for a mod, about maybe 30 minutes. Or as it is a complete conversion of Skyrim, 1 hour, or if they put a lot of work into it, 2 hours. No! Bloody 5 hours of soundtrack! Yes, Enderal has 5 hours of soundtrack. Oh God. Run! Jump and run.